Alrighty, hey you guys, what's up? It's me, JSGameplay here. Well, Javralvaderi. I'm doing a favor for eBot Vlog, so we're doing a collab about hiccups. Let's talk about hiccups. Hiccups are a burst of the inspiratory, basically breathing in activity. The muscles we use when we take in breath are the intercostal muscles situated between the ribs and the diaphragm. Also a sheet of muscle below the lungs. Most simple cases of hiccups come after eating or drinking too much or too quickly. Hiccups are a rather annoying and strange phenomenon. Most people will experience at least one in their lifetime, so will cats, dogs, horses, and rats. Hiccups have even been observed in fetuses. I mean, come on. How do you think we're born anyways? While scientists know how these involuntary contractions occur, they still remain baffled as to why. Hiccups arise when the diaphragm, which is a dome-shaped muscle separating the chest from the abdomen, suddenly contracts. The medical term for hiccups is also known as singultus. According to NHS choices, there aren't any obvious triggers to getting hiccups, but they might be more likely to happen if you're drinking alcohol, guzzling fizzy drinks like soda, Coke, Pepsi, smoking, or if you're eating some too quickly. Again, scientists don't know why we hiccup, as it doesn't seem to serve any real purpose. We don't even have a definite way of getting rid of them. You probably have heard numerous remedies for curing hiccups, the most popular being to hold your breath, but these are just mostly based on antecedent evidence. Some researchers, suggested that hiccups were a form of epilepsy. While this may be an explanation for pathological hiccups, it doesn't mean the presence of hiccups in a healthy individual. In a 1997 study published in the journal Gut, researchers Peter Karillas and Waxang Shi explore the respiratory exercise hypothesis, which suggests that hiccups prepare the fetus respiratory muscles for breathing after birth by strengthening them. Another theory suggests that hiccups may be important for clearing a meconium, the first feces that a newborn produces, that can sometimes be breathed in during times of fetal distress. There are some obvious problems with this theory, which Daniel House points out in his 2012 paper, published in Bioessays. According to House, it is unlikely that the brief contractions that occur during a hiccup will have any significant beneficial effect on respiratory muscles. In the case of the meconium, House suggests hiccups would more than likely move it deeper into the airway. In a 2003 study also published in Bioessays, a group of scientists led by Christian Strauss proposed that hiccups are a hangover from our evolutionary past. Strauss also suggests that hiccups originate from our amphibian ancestors. The evidence they point is between the mechanism of hiccups in humans and the breathing method of amphibians, such as frogs. The contraction of the diaphragm and closure of the glottis allowed primitive air breathers that still possessed gills to breathe. This is similar to many modern amphibians, where the mysterious spasm that many of us find annoying is actually vital in amphibians to push water across their gills and stop water getting into the lungs. In the study, researchers suggest that while we no longer have our frog-like breathing abilities, the brain circulatory controlling gill ventilation is still conserved in mammals today. Strauss also pointed to other similarities between hiccuping and gill ventilation in animals like tadpoles as further evidence for their theory. The frequency of gill breathing in tadpoles is reduced by increased CO2 concentration, and an increase in CO2 is thought to decrease the frequency of hiccups, which is why some people recommend breathing in and out of a paper bag. But why do we still carry this evolutionary relic? Researchers suggest hiccups could have adopted to help mammals learn how to suckle. Well, according to Strauss, hiccups and suckling have similar mechanisms, and the hiccup neural pathway may have been maintained as the closure of the glottis. helps the infant swallow milk and prevent milk from entering the lungs. That's obviously it's not even the right theory. Well, that was a theory, but it was wrong in a way. So, yeah, so now y'all know about why do we hiccup. From my opinion, I usually think we hiccup because usually our lungs, our breathing gets out of control. So usually that's why we hiccup. And then when we try to slow down our breathing ways will concentrate, and usually we stop hiccups. So this is from my point of view. But yeah, as anyways, guys, again, I like to thank eBot Vlogs for making me in this collab. And yeah, as anyways, guys, I'll see you guys later, and peace out.